Lincoln County Board of Education met in executive session on personnel matters regarding the case of Kelly Burns versus Lincoln County Board of Education, docket number 2013-1552, Lincoln Ed. The board has returned to regular session after deliberations. There were no decisions or votes taken during the executive session. At this time, the chair would entertain a motion regarding the case of Kelly Burns versus Lincoln County Board of Education, docket number 2013-1552, Lincoln Ed. We hear a motion.
Yes. I would move that
Mr. Baker.
I would move that the decision be appealed and that a stay be requested in the matter.
And Mr. Baker's made a motion that the case be appealed to the Kanawha County Circuit Court. Is there a second on that motion, please?
I'll second.
Ms. Smith has seconded that motion. If we now have on the floor a motion to appeal the case of Kelly Burns versus Lincoln County Board of Education, is there any further discussion from any members of the board? If not, I'll call for question. I'd like to do this individually. Ms. Smith, do you vote in favor of the motion or against?
Yes.
Ms. Smith votes yes. Mr. Baker?
In favor.
Yes. Mr. Wilkerson?
In favor.
Mr. Curry?
No.
And I vote yes. Okay. So the Board of Education has voted to appeal the Kelly Burns versus Lincoln County Board of Education case, docket number 2013-115, Lincoln Ed, to the Kanawha County Circuit Court. Okay. The next item, please. Okay, on the personnel schedule, we voted on item B already, so I need a motion or a vote on the personnel schedule itself. All those in favor of item A, the personnel schedule. Is that an all yes vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so on the personnel, we have split that into two parts. Schedule A, personnel schedule, was a 5-0 unanimous vote. And Part B, the appeal of the Kelly Burns case was a 4-1 decision. Okay, we'll move to the next order of business, which is comments and concerns. We have November the 25th, 2014 meeting.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone is still on board with having that meeting on that night. That is the week of Thanksgiving break. And I didn't know if you all wanted to continue to have that or what the pleasure of the board was.
Well, it's a regular scheduled meeting on Tuesday. Does anybody have any problem with that?
I don't.
I don't guess so.
Okay.
Okay, any other comments or concerns from the board? I've got a couple of questions, or just one, I've sent out some emails and communications regarding the sign out there. Went out and looked at the sign more closely today, because the other day, you know, what I'm trying to do is for us to come to some decision on this sign, and you know, I just threw out the idea the other day of the panther and all that kind of stuff that I stated. But as I drove by one day, I looked at it and I realized, well, you know, it's not as clear as when you really look at it. It's not square, and you know, it's got 3 tiers on it if you look at it, and each of them are a different size and all. So I went out there today and looked at it even closer to see the way it was made, and I noticed once I got up there, because Jeff and I have had the conversation just between he and I, well, you know, what if we don't, because I know there was some concern about putting the panther up there, that he might get, he or she, whatever a panther is, might get just vandalized. But then I thought, well, what if instead of having a panther, and I'm just throwing things out here, if we somehow had it in a panther, you know, that would be inscribed or whatever you call it, within the sign itself. Then when I got out and I was looking at it today and kind of looking at the dimensions, I noticed there already is a little panther there in the corner already at the top. You know, they're so small you don't really pay much attention to them. It's probably about 12 by 15 inches, I'd say. It's on one corner. Then over on the other side, you've got a little Southern Community and a primary care has got their little symbols that you have to have a magnifying glass to see. But anyway, I think at this point, Jeff, where are we? Someone going to look at that and give us some ideas?
We have someone who's supposed to look at it this week and give us some ideas and suggestions as to what we can do that sign.
Okay.
Also, the Department of Transportation is scheduled to be there on Thursday at 9 o'clock when we're talking about the other sign that you all mentioned.
Oh, the
scrolling.
the new
Yes,
sign?
Yes.
Now,
So-
is that, are you saying that they have to give like the okay to allow such a thing?
Yes,
Do they have to okay that big 911 thing every time it pulls in?
they should, shouldn't they?
It blocks traffic. Okay, but once again, I just want to see us do something, and if y'all have other thoughts, then, I'm certainly welcome, but maybe we'll hear what the gentleman comes and, he probably knows a lot more about this than we do, I know that he knows more than I do, so we'll see where we go to, but once again, I'm not bound by my first thing the other, I was just trying to put something out there and
Brainstorm.
get something started. Okay, the only other thing is, this year, I don't think we have really been supplied with the enrollment of each school, the breakdowns of classes in each school. One thing I wanted to know in particular, have we been required this year to establish any new positions that we weren't anticipating for this year? Like, we had an overage in a kindergarten, we had to have a new kindergarten class.
I can get that for you. I can think of one special education class.
Okay. That's what I'd just like to know, because once again, as we, I think things are getting tighter, and as we near planning for next year, and knowing the number of professional service positions we have funded on, have we had to add to that, I guess, Trish, is my question. So-
Well, no, I can bring that to you
Okay,
the next time.
that's fine. No
But
hurry.
one of the things that we are still waiting on is our official enrollment. We've submitted everything that we needed to the State Department at the time we were supposed to, but they haven't given us back the official number of students that they are counting for us.
Okay, so we really don't have.
We don't have that yet,
Yeah,
or I would
okay.
have already given that to you,
Okay.
but we don't have that.
But you can supply us, we
Yes,
know
I
at least
can.
one position
I
is
can,
added.
mhm. I can
I'd just like to
one.
know if we've added more than, if we're any new service or professional
Mhm.
positions. Okay, good, okay. Anything else from anyone? That it? All right. Okay, that being said then, let's adjourn until November the 18th of 2014 at 6 o'clock at Ranger Elementary School. Motion, please. I think that was Fred. Second
Second.
is Carol. Is that all yes?
Yes.
Yeah. And we're going to adjourn at, what time is it? 8:15.